Hello everyone, and welcome back to Network 27. I'm Alderman Walter Burnett. Thank you all very much for viewing Network 27. I'd like to thank everyone who helped us to put the show together. Today we have some special guests, but before I talk about our guests, I want to remind you all of our Stay in School picnic, which is coming up August 25th. If anyone wants to donate or volunteer, please call our office at 312-432-1995. As you know, we have buses to pick people up. So if people need rides, you need to call the office for rides. We have our senior tents. We feed everyone. We give out school supplies. So just call our office to get involved. Also, I don't know if you know, but we've been doing our stepping, right? We've been having our stepping sets over at the Salvation Army on Christiana. In August, on the third Friday in August, we're going to have a contest. So there's going to be a stepping contest. We have some prize money, which is some dollars that people are going to be able to win. You need to go in July. You can call my office and find out about the contest. Go to the one in July to sign up for the stepping contest in August and get your step on. I mean, we already have I think we have about 50 people sign up to be in the contest. If you think you bad, you think you know how to step, come on and do your thing. Come and have a good time. It's at the Salvation Army, so it's a clean and sober stepping set. We try to celebrate the people who have been clean and sober for whatever amount of time that they've been, and let them know that they can have a good time without drinking and getting high. So come on out and help them have a good time. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to talk about some of the educational initiatives that we have in place here in the 27th Ward and also throughout the city of Chicago. As you all know, S.T.E.M has been a big thing in the city of Chicago. We're going to let some folks explain to you what S.T.E.M is. Today, I have with me two principals, and I have a gentleman who works for city colleges. I have with me Ms. Latoya Lyons. Ms. Lyons is the principal for Brown School. Right here in the 27th Ward in the shadow of the United Center. And we also have Ms. Shabazz, Fareeda Shabazz. Did I say that right?
Fareeda.
Fareeda Shabazz. And Ms. Shabazz is the principal at Crane High School, which is a medical high school, but we just got them some money to put a STEM program in Crane High School. And then we also have Mr. Billy McFarland. And Mr. McFarland is with city colleges. He works on STEM programs for the whole city colleges, but he's actually at Wilbur Wright College.
Correct, one located in Humboldt Park, the satellite. Okay,
fantastic. So we're going to allow him to explain that later. But let's start out with Ms. Lyons. Ms. Lyons, why don't you introduce yourself to the audience and tell them a little bit about yourself, and then let's talk about Brown School and this great STEM program that you have going on. I mean, we actually in your house right now.
Absolutely.
And surrounded by computers and boards and all these different type of things. So tell us about it. Tell us about you first. Who is Ms. Lyons?
Hi, I am Latoya Lyons, principal of William Brown School. This is my 19th year within Chicago Public Schools. Starting out obviously as a classroom teacher. I knew in kindergarten I wanted to be a teacher, so education has been my lifelong dream. And then moving from the classroom to being an instructional coach at the school-based level as well as the network levels. And then moving into administration. It was upon my school becoming a welcoming school that I realized that every child throughout the district deserves to have a leader that is committed to their growth and their development, which is one of the reasons why I decided to go into administration. So this is my first year. I'm completing my first year as the principal of William Brown, and I'm excited to be the principal of William Brown, especially because this is our first year becoming a STEM school. It's a very exciting time for our school, an opportunity for our students to grow and develop in the science careers, the mathematic careers, as well as prepare them for careers that do not currently exist. And so we're really about building collaboration, creativity, and teamwork within our students. So some of the things that we do here at Brown, as you can see, this is our STEM lab. Our students are exposed to working collaboratively with one another to build various projects. Next door to this, we have our broadcast studio where students are being introduced into video production and television. We also have a digital library where students are exposed to using MacBook programs such as iMovie, GarageBand, and also being introduced into computer programming and coding. So it's a very exciting time for our students. Our students are excited, they're engaged, and we're just grateful for the opportunity to give our students something that will prepare them for their futures.
So tell me, Ms. Lyons, so we put the STEM program in, they had to build it out, right? And put all of the wiring and computers and boards in and all of those things in place. When did they do that?
This happened over the course of last summer, so between June and September of this past school year.
So Brown School is a magnet school?
Yes, it is now a magnet school. In November of this past school year, November of 2017, we received a federal grant to become a magnet school, which allows us to have citywide boundaries to, again, extend this opportunity to students throughout the city of Chicago.
But it also has a neighborhood component.
Oh, absolutely. Right. It definitely has a neighborhood component.
So being a magnet school and having a STEM program, you had extra money for equipment and for training for your teachers and a lot of other things. And with magnet, you get some more money also?
Yes, with the grant that we received for magnet, a lot of it will allow us to increase our offerings around science. So we are going to be utilizing a new science curriculum next year that will allow our students the hands-on approach to learning about the sciences, as well as it provides our teachers with over 80 hours of professional development and training to build their capacity around what does STEM learning look like in the classrooms, as well as it provides us with 2 school-based coaches that will again help with coaching and supporting teachers and students in the implementation of STEM.
Fantastic. So, you know, at one time, Brown School was on the list to be closed. Myself and a lot of the parents, and also a lot of the some folks from a church that supports your school, Soul City Church. We all lobbied to fight against closing the school. But also, I don't know if you know this, but they wanted to expand Skinner School, which is maybe 4 blocks away from here. And I was like, if you expand Skinner School, you got to do something for Brown School. That's the only way that I would support that, because we want to make sure that the young people on the near west side, because they can't, people who live on this side of Ashland can't go to Skinner, that they get something to enhance their education also. And the Mayor Capers commitment, we put a couple of $1 million into this project, and things are going very well. So tell me, initially, you have and also what we did, because this school actually used to be a school and you shared it with the district office, right? Was that the district office?
Network office.
Network office. So half of the building was for the network office. Now you have the whole building.
Yes.
Right? Which gives you a lot more room. Yes. And which gave you an opportunity, because where we're sitting at now actually was a network office, yes. Right? So it gave you an opportunity to expand and put in all of this equipment. So now, how many students can you take into this school?
Now we have increased our enrollment to be able to service 525 students.
Okay, and I know a lot of parents, because STEM is what's happening right now. STEM is where a lot of the job market is going, and you know, especially a lot of folks are trying to push females and young people and a lot of different people into the STEM program, because there's a lack of there's not a lot of folks going into that direction, and they're trying to encourage more people to get into STEM because all of the jobs make people in our country have to go to other countries to get people to work. So we're trying to produce good workers here in the United States of America. So I think this is very exciting. So tell me, so right now, what's your attendance?
Right now we have 259 students.
So you still have enough for 200 something more students?
Yes.
Okay, and I think it's going to take a while before people are able to find out about the school. Are you marketing the STEM program?
Yes, we are marketing the STEM program. We're actually in the midst of our marketing campaign. I just today finished a phone call with our marketing department. So we've ordered flyers, brochures, banners to put on our school. We have a marketing plan that will allow us to market in various businesses and stores and things throughout our community to really get the word out of the great things that are happening in our school.
Fantastic. So, you know, one of the things that, and we're getting ready to talk about Crane High School, but one of the things that I envision, I live right down the street from here, actually you should be on your local school council, is for this area being right in the shadows of the medical district, that this community become a medical community, that it become a prep area for medical students, people in the medical field, you know, to be able to advance themselves. There's a lot of great things happening in this neighborhood. The medical district is expanding. They're investing a lot of money and supporting a lot of schools. I think Rush supports
it's one of our partners.
Rush, do U of I or UIC support you?
We do not currently have a partnership with UIC, but we do with Rush.
Okay, fantastic. So, so you have a STEM program. Now, Crane has a STEM program, and we want to allow for Mrs. Shabazz to talk about that. I hope that you all can work together and we can try and get the young people from your school into Crane. Ms. Shabazz, why don't you tell us who you are, and then let's talk about Crane High School, because, you know, I tell you, one of the unique things about this area and about both of your schools, you know, it's just like the West Side, right? It's just like the West Loop area, right? People didn't know that the West Loop had changed until they came and saw it. And they was like, what? Man, it's changed so much. People don't know that the near West Side is popping. They don't know that our schools are changing, that things are getting better and there's great opportunities going on until they come and see it, until they get exposed to it. So why don't you tell us about you, who you are, Ms. Shabazz?
Sure. So I'm Fareeda Shabazz. I'm the principal at Crane Medical Preparatory High School. And we are essentially what our name says. We're Medical Prep High School. We prepare students for college and careers in science and medicine. And it makes sense because we're right across the expressway from the Illinois Medical District. And we are about 4 blocks away from Malcolm X College, which is the Beacon City College for Health Sciences. So what we do is we have a very rigorous math and science coursework for all of our students starting in the 9th grade. So our 9th graders come in and they take biomedical science courses starting right away. We also have an Honors for All curriculum, which means that all of our students are honor students. And we do that for various reasons. One, we set the bar very high because we believe that excellence it is what will make our students the most successful. And we also believe that when we set a high bar for our students, that they will reach those levels. I was the founding principal of Crane Medical Prep. Like Brown, Crane was on the list for closure. And I was the very first principal that we had whenever we decided to restore the school. And my job for the past 5.5 years has been to restore the legacy of Crane. We get phone calls all the time from alumni and people who graduated from the high school who just want to stop by and see it, right? They're just so excited that the school is still open, and they're excited to see all of the great strides that we've made. So just recently, this past year, Alderman Burnett, thank you, you were instrumental in helping us become an early college STEM high school. So what that means is that this incoming freshman class that we have, these students will be able to graduate with a high school diploma and an associate's degree. So starting probably about midway of their sophomore year, they will take a college exam. They have to pass a test. They have to have a 3.0 grade point average. Students who meet those qualifications, they will be able to take college courses at Malcolm X College, which is right down the street. It makes sense. We don't have to bus students there, they can walk. And then we also have teachers in our building who are certified to teach college level courses. So students will do something called dual credit, and they'll do something called dual enrollment, which means that they'll get the high school credits and the college credits while they're still in high school. Why this is important is because we want to help save parents a lot of money for college.
Amen.
And if we can take care of the first 2 years of college while students are still in high school, that's amazing. And a lot of people don't know is that the city colleges of Chicago, they also have a STAR scholarship program. They have agreements with Northwestern and University of Chicago and almost every four-year college or university in the city where students can transfer from a city college and they can complete their college education at many of the institutions across the city. And that is an amazing opportunity for our students.
So, Mr. Bass, so you're right. We did save Crane High School.
Yes.
Myself, Ernest Gates,
Yes.
and several people, the Near West Community Organization, and several people from the community wanted to save the school. We worked with the mayor's office, and they worked with us, and they allowed us to put the medical school in there. And we were blessed to have Malcolm X, but also Rush Hospital and UIC.
Yes.
Both helped with your curriculum and prepped the school and got it ready to be a medical school. Tell us a little bit about that relationship with UIC and Rush Hospital.
Sure. So Rush is our primary healthcare partner, and they are amazing. They provide tutors. We go over for exposure days. Our students go to the cadaver labs. They learn how to intubate. They do all these things as freshmen. We have the new, our students have majors. So at the end of their sophomore year, they pick a major in the health sciences. We just added a new one. It's called Health IT. And this prepares students to be trained on the EPIC software. And EPIC software is what all the hospitals use to keep medical records. And we have our students coming out of high school with this certification. They're making upwards of $35 an hour as high school graduates. And this is all through the initiatives that we have at Rush. They do so much for our students. Our students volunteer for back to school fairs. They have internships every summer. Since we've opened, we've had paid summer internships for our students, for high school students.
Get out of here.
And they're paid, and these are real internships, right? They aren't going to get donuts and coffee, right? They're on the floors, they're working with patients, they're networking with hospital staff, and it's an amazing opportunity for our students. And then with UIC, so our partnership with UIC is really growing. They do some professional development with our teachers. We also offer dual credit courses for students, so students can get college credit from UIC as well. So we're just really excited that the community at large has wrapped its arms around Crane Medical Prep High School, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds for the community and for our students.
So Malcolm X have a health science school, right? So my vision is folks will move to this community.
Yes.
Get their kids to go to Brown School.
And they come
Then
to
graduate from Brown School and go to Crane.
Yes.
Then graduate from Crane and already have credits
Yes.
to either continue to go to Malcolm X and or go to UIC and or go to Rush, because Rush has a college also.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Rush Hospital has a college also. And end up working in one of the hospitals, either at Rush, the county,
Yes.
UIC, the VA,
yes.
the whole medical district. But you know, so I would imagine parents are looking right now and they're like, okay, my son is not gonna be a doctor, or my daughter don't wanna be a doctor. It's not just doctors.
That's right.
Tell us about the different career path that young people can have going to your school.
I'm glad you asked. A lot of people hear medical prep and they think doctors and nurses and that's it. But hospitals run like small cities. They have writers, they have nutritionists, they have engineers, they have people who actually run the hospitals. Those people have the business administrators, they're business administrators. So it doesn't matter. What we do is we give students a very robust academic curriculum, and they can do anything they want. Our goal is to make sure that students have choices and opportunities. And whenever a student goes to a school that has a very strong science and math background, they can become engineers. One of our graduates this year is going to Howard University on full scholarship. He's going into computer science, right? So, you know, we just want students to be able to choose and have options. And maybe they'll come back and they'll use that computer science degree and they'll become a teacher at Brown, or they'll work at Rush or at UIC and use those skills, but we just want them to have as many options as possible.
So, you know, I mean, with UIC, with Rush, with S.T.E.M program, with all these things going on at your school, can I ask, how much do it cost to go to Crane High School?
It's free 99. It's free.
It's free.
We do ask parents to pay fees, though. We do have school fees because we have a lot of consumables. We work in labs. We use test tubes and scales and microscopes, and we want our students to be able to compete with students in the suburbs that have those same resources. So we do ask students to, our parents to pay fees. We take students on college tours every year. Buses cost money. So we do ask parents to pay school fees. But other than that, it's not, we're not a private school. We don't charge thousands of dollars.
You're a public school?
We're a public school.
So do you have to test to get in?
Well, no, you don't. We don't have to test in the sense of a selective enrollment high school. The students take the MAP exam or the NWEA in 7th grade. And there's a baseline. So as long as students meet that baseline, they're eligible to apply. We're also a magnet high school. We get students from all across the city.
But you also take students from the neighborhood. You push for students from the neighborhood, right? So, you know, the unique thing about both of your schools is
we have room, we have space.
So in your school, you used to share your school with 2 other schools.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There used to be 2 other schools in Crane. At one time, Crane, man, you know, Crane, we used to have helicopters that come every day, right? And the police come, and they would be around Crane to make sure no violence happened. We went from night to day. Now you have none of those worries. It's one of the safest communities, safest areas for a child to go to school. You don't have any problems with anyone. You don't even have a police sitting around there because they don't have to. It's a waste of their time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a fantastic transformation for that school. But so some people may still have that image of Crane, right? With all of those things happening. It's not happening anymore. It's totally different.
Yeah.
And you had 2 schools in there. Both of those schools have left,
Yes.
which has given you 2/3 more room in the school. So what's your attendance right now?
So right now we have 450 students.
Now, how many students can you take?
I can double that number.
You can double that number.
I can double that
So you
number.
can double your number, you can double your number, and kids can get a great education and have a direct plug into Malcolm X, UIC, Rush University. Isn't that fantastic?
It's amazing.
I mean, this is a sleep, and guess what? It's all for free. That's the killing part. You know, my son's getting ready to graduate. It cost me so much money, I tell you. I'm like, if I had to do it all over again, I wish this was going on. He'd be over here, over there, and graduating from Rush or UIC. You know, this is fantastic. So, Ms. Shabazz.
Yes.
So, you just told us you came here. We picked you after we closed this, after we closed Crane down. Mm-hmm. We transitioned the kids out, right? Wells became the neighborhood school, right? But you have a neighborhood component, but you're magnet school also. Where do your students come from right now?
They come from everywhere.
And all nationalities?
All nationalities. As far north as Edgewater, as far west as Midway Airport, as far south as the Indiana border. They come from all over the city.
So do you know if you have any young people at your school who parents may be in the medical field?
I absolutely do.
So those parents know.
Those parents know.
The parents that work in the hospitals.
Yes.
They like, this is the best thing in town, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Since sliced
they
bread.
Know. We have parents who work in the medical district. We have parents who are nurses, parents who work in the medical field, and they're sending their students to RTC.
All nationalities.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you have some Indian kids going to your school.
Yes, we had actually one of our top students came from the Philippines last year, and she's going to Georgetown on full scholarship next year.
Praise God. I actually have a Filipino sister-in-law.
Yes.
I have a Filipino sister-in-law, right? She's a nurse, her brother's a nurse, and her dad's a nurse, and her mom was a nurse.
Yes.
They like really push the medical field, right? So that's not unique. That's what they do. So, Mr. Bass, so before you came to Crane, what were you doing?
Before I came to Crane, I was an assistant principal in the North Lawndale area. And before that, I worked in Boston as a principal intern. And I was an instructional coach, like Principal Lyons. And I was a high school and middle school English teacher before that.
So you also have a son?
Yes.
Then he goes to public school?
Yes.
Okay, what school do he go
He
to?
goes to S.T.E.M Magnet Academy.
So you got him in
I
the
got him
STEM
in the
school.
STEM school too.
Real
See?
quick, huh?
Since kindergarten.
Since
because
kindergarten.
that is the wave of the future.
So you
yes.
practice what you preach,
I
huh?
do.
So you was excited to get the STEM program over there?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Fantastic, fantastic.
He's been there since they opened.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I know I hear from other parents that she's real involved.
She
She's
is.
all in our Kool-Aid over here, right? Making sure that everything's right for her kid. Yeah, which parents should do.
Exactly.
Exactly. So fantastic. Well, thank you very much. Thank both of you all. So we got STEM at Brown. Now so Brown right now also has do you have preschool?
Yes.
So what ages?
We're going to full day pre-K next school year.
4-day pre-K. How much do it cost?
0.
How much?
0.
0. Okay.
$3.99.
So full day pre-K.
Yes.
So all day your kids can go to pre-K
Yes.
for free,
Yes.
right? Be in the school, take STEM programs, be able to go to Crane, be able to go to Malcolm X, be able to go to UIC, be able to go to Rush. Man, that's cool. Okay, good deal. So
1/3 of our 8th graders are going to Crane.
is that right? 1/3 of them are going to
They are.
Crane.
That makes them happy.
Isn't that great? Fantastic.
Awesome.
You know what? I live over here. So I live in the neighborhood. I don't mind living around doctors and nurses, and I have 2 nurses actually. Well, on my block, I live right down the street. Half the young people that live on my block work at Rush, UIC, or they going to school. What you call them when they in school and they working?
Residents,
They're
yeah.
residents, right? So all nationalities, and all these young people are living all around here. I mean, the near west side and East Garfield Park is really an extension of the medical district. So the STEM program, all it does is enhance our young people for the medical district and beyond, right? It prepares them for the future jobs, and we're going to talk about that. We touched on Malcolm X, we touched on city colleges, so why don't you tell us about what's going on with your STEM program and also with Wilbur Wright, and also tell us about yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Billy McFarland. I'm from the west side of Chicago.
West Side,
Used to be a resident of your ward, 213 South Bell.
all right.
Right behind
Oh,
Crane.
right over here in
That's
this
right.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
You got to move back, man. Okay, go ahead.
It's on the radar. It's on the radar. We're trying to do what they're doing, and what we want to do is connect the dots from grammar school to high school to city colleges. Primarily city colleges, just for the dollar amount that students and families can save, can be well up to $40,000 to $60,000 for students to save if they go through viable programs within the City College of Chicago. You speak about Malcolm X. That's the hub for health sciences. You have Daly College, which is the hub for advanced manufacturing. And you got Wilbur Wright, which is the hub for information technology. And we were kind of a niche program at Wilbur Wright in advanced manufacturing. And we specialize in computer numeric control. It's basically using a computer telling the machine what to do. This has implications, especially what she's speaking about in Crane, in regards to health sciences, because the medical manufacturing industry, which is a $1 billion a year industry, which has lots of jobs. We're trying to push the S.T.E.M expo, which is going to be the largest S.T.E.M expo. Some people say STEM. We say STEAM because we're embedding arts like you have that lab behind you. Arts is another opportunity for our students to actually
Betty Hart's.
arts.
Arts.
Science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics.
Oh, arts. Okay, you
Arts.
include arts with the
So
STEM.
instead of STEM,
Instead of
it's
STEM, it's
STEAM.
STEAM. Okay.
It's that new word that's coming
All
out
right.
there, right?
Well, you know, to be honest, art has really always have been a part of science.
It has, but they don't never.
They don't
put
never
it.
include
Right.
it, but yeah.
But think about the technology that's involved in arts. Like these two gentlemen, I'm sure they make good salaries. Wouldn't it be nice if we could expose other students or young people from underexposed communities to those opportunities? So we have to embed that. It's going to be at McCormick Place. It's going to be held during what we call the International Manufacturing Technology Show. It is the largest advanced manufacturing trade show in the United States. It's going to be 1.4 million square feet. So we're using all of McCormick Place. It uses more space than an auto show. It brings $180 million of economic value to the city of Chicago in that 1 week. 120,000 registrants go through the particular event. 20,000 students from surrounding communities normally go to this event, and less than 10% of that actually comes from the city of Chicago. We want to change that dynamic. We want schools like this, students, parents, faculty, administrators, to understand the opportunities that are involved with advanced manufacturing.
All right.
Although it's going to be multidisciplinary, we're not just going to be focused on advanced manufacturing. We're going to have IT. We want it to be multidisciplinary, to bring in
So
bio, IT, engineering, all those things.
So put your West Side voice on, man. You know. All right. So that's good. So when is this?
This is September 10th through the 15th.
September 10th to the 15th.
That is correct. We got
Okay.
65 tangible, hands-on activities, plus what we're offering.
So it's not for jobs. It's for training or for exposure. What's the outcome? Why would people come?
They need to come. Say, if you want to know what these 21st century jobs are all about, this is where you're going to come, because this is where you're going to see the actual equipment, the machinery you're going to see. That's a 3D printer. Well, now they have 3D printers that print metal. They print composites. So you can make a car, you can make a house. These are the type of 3D printers that you're actually going to see. So these are the jobs of the future. So when she speaks about every student may not want to be a doctor or a nurse, well, somebody has to make the equipment for the hospitals.
That's right.
We're talking $1 billion a year industry. Someone has to install it. Someone has to maintain it.
Train the people to use it.
Those are jobs that our communities are not normally exposed to. So this particular event is going to expose those students to those type of opportunities. So there's a connected dot from grammar school to high school to the City College of Chicago. Save some money, viable program. We also have articulation agreements with Illinois Institute of Technology, Southern Illinois, Northern Illinois, UIC, Governor State. So those opportunities are there.
So you exposing the young people. So how would you do this? Would you go to all of the public schools? How would you get people to come to your event? Who would come to your event? Who
Well,
are you looking
I'm trying
for to come to your
amplify
event?
and scream and yell that our students need to come and see this.
So you want all students from
All
the city of
students,
Chicago to come to this and get exposed to this?
Yes, that's what I would like to do. CPS, Cook County Metro Metal Consortium, the Illinois Manufacturing Association, all have their hands in on this. City College of Chicago is leading it. But yeah, we're working as a collaborative. I just met with district office at CPS, so there's going to be a focus on CPS to do specific activities with us. Cybersecurity, materials engineering. We're working with Aerostar, which is an aviation component. They're going to bring their simulators. Talking with IBM, trying to work with you, get some of your technology companies within your ward to come down there and talk to the students, talk to the parents, talk to the administrators.
So you like
to try to push
Groupon and Google?
Groupon. I don't know if you got
Hopefully
Pandora.
I'll get Amazon one day.
Microsoft.
I'm looking for Amazon. I don't have Microsoft.
Okay. You got Google?
We have
got
Google. We can connect
You
you
got
with
Comcast?
Google. We got Comcast. Yeah, we have Comcast.
We want all of them to come down there and talk to our kids, talk to our students, talk to our parents, talk to our administrators. and try to rope them in and let them know this is the direction STEM. If you're thinking about jobs in the future, you got to go STEM.
So I know that right now I'm manufacturing.
Yes.
So I know how city colleges are set up. Daly College does a lot of the manufacturing,
Yes.
right? Wilbur Wright College does a lot of the technology,
IT.
IT, right? So you kind of gelling them both together, IT and manufacturing.
Well, see, that's how I see it. To me, it's a
That's
symbiotic.
how you see it.
Well,
That's how I see it,
It's
too.
coming. Well, see, because where do I see you at? DMDI. You can see that there's a symbiotic relationship between advanced manufacturing and IT, augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence. This is what's happening. It's already in play in companies right now. For us to ignore it, act like it's not happening, some do, and it's not going to be separate. For a student really to be a great employee, not only do you need the intellectual or educational ability, but you need to know how to do something. You need a skill.
Well, now if you go to a manufacturing company, all of the large machinery, you have to know the computer.
Yeah. Can't
You
walk away
won't be
from it.
able to even move anything.
You can't
You
walk
can't
away from
even
it.
cut a screw without knowing the computer because everything is technology. But
And if I can get them to train how to make a screw, I guarantee I can get somebody a job making $19 an hour.
easy. So the thing is, from what I understand, dealing with World Business Chicago, and we've had them on this show on several occasions, working with daily colleges, working with a lot of manufacturers across the city and throughout the Chicago region, a lot of these companies are looking for people to work. And
Yeah.
they don't have enough people to work.
We don't.
And they have a gigantic void of people to work. One, for two reasons. One, because the baby boomers are all retiring, right? Two, because technology has changed the jobs. So instead of training all these guys who's getting ready to retire, they need the fresh blood to come in. These kids learn this technology. It's like, oh my God, they're like sponges, right?
Right.
So
They're acclimated to
So
it.
I guarantee you, some of her kids, after being in this school for a year, will be able to go work any machinery that they have in any one of these companies in technology.
It won't take them long to train them, that's for sure. As I look around her lab, Lego Robotics, done a program with that. These are the type of things that we need to start early, K through 12. As soon as we can get them in and teaching these type of things, is what we need to do.
So would you agree with me that we are recruiting people from all over the world to come and work here in these type of jobs because we have a shortage?
Most definitely. I'm an alum of IIT, and most of my classmates were from out of the country.
So, and I tell you, one of the challenges now, the big thing is now, with this administration that we have in place in Washington, D.C., a lot of businesses were getting visas for people to come here and work, right? Folks who's not citizens, they get a visa, they come here and work. A lot of big corporations hire them, right? From India and China and Japan and all those places, right? And they would get the visa. Now this administration is cutting the visas, right? They're slowing down the visas, which to me opens up a greater opportunity for
It's there.
folks here if they're trained. Even though it was always open up for them, but it's even more of a demand for them to try to get positioned to be able to get these jobs.
That's why I've been hounding you, so we can get the word out there. We need to let our children know, our parents also, that these opportunities exist and there are support systems to help them come into it and come out successful.
So tell me this, so even with your program, so you promoting these programs, you have this program, is there a cost?
Well, if they're a STAR scholar, it's free 99.
If
But-
they're a STAR scholar, it's free 99. So a STAR scholar is a scholar who graduate from high school, get a certain
3.0.
grade point average,
3.0,
and or they can do a dual They can go
dual
to college
credit,
while they're in
dual
high school.
enrollment, and we do that also.
And it won't cost them anything.
Won't cost them anything.
So you all can do that with
We definitely
Crane and
can.
other schools?
We're doing it now. We're
You doing
with,
it now?
Prosser High School, yeah.
You're doing it at Prosser right now?
But we can also focus. I'm thinking about Wells.
So you know,
reaching out to Wells.
Crane you can do it with Wells and you can do it with Crane. Crane has
most
a
definitely
STEM
could.
program now. You should do it with them too.
As soon as this show is over, you know I'm going to harass you two young ladies. Most definitely. We need to. And then I've talked to several organizations. Some are even thinking about funding of taking students from the high school, bringing them to our site, and we actually do the classes that way. It's just one of the things, innovative thoughts that are out there, on how to engage underserved communities. Yeah?
So outside of the STAR program, what would it cost for someone to go through your program?
Our basic certificate is $1,753. And if they go during the daytime, they can finish in one semester.
One semester in the
And
daytime.
let me just tell you about that. I've had this last cohort, I had students with just a basic certificate who are turning down 15-hour jobs because they're being offered 18 plus. Some, not all.
Just a certificate.
Just
so
a
we not. So
certificate.
how long it take? What's a semester? How long is a semester?
Semesters, let's say August to December, late August. early
What's that?
December.
4 months.
4 months.
So for 4 months,
Yes.
they can maybe get a student loan, or they can get a scholarship, or there may be some other things that can work
Financial
out.
aid.
Financial
they
aid.
qualify.
That they can go to school for 4 months and make from
start working.
$15 on up.
Yes.
4 months,
4
a
months.
job.
A job.
That's
Skill
a-
set that they can take all over the country.
A skill set that they can take all over the country. And folks aren't taking advantage of this. You should have
Not-
a line, man.
That's what you say, but when you have the connotation of being in manufacturing, what's the first thing? It's
You
gonna be
think
a
about
dirty
getting
environment.
dirty.
It's gonna be
You think
oily.
you gotta be strong.
Yeah, you
you think you gotta work long hours.
Now, you might
you
work
think
long
that you
hours.
get. You think that you get underpaid, right?
Think about a factory.
You
You
think,
think
yeah,
about
you think
those
about factories, right?
1960s, 1970s, but now a young lady such as her can go into one of these environments and be more productive than a burly guy like myself because you're utilizing automation, you're utilizing robotics. You're not picking up that 50-pound billet. A robot is, and putting it exactly where it needs to go.
So you telling me someone can go to school for 4 months? City colleges would try to work with them on getting financial aid
Most definitely.
if they don't qualify for a scholarship. Definitely, I know. You know, before the STAR program came out, I know that all public housing residents
CHA.
go to school for free at city colleges,
I've knocked on doors.
and they won't take advantage of it. So if they live in public housing, they can go for free.
Most definitely, there's a robust program between CCC and CHA. Yes,
CHA kind of covers the cost.
we'll cover the cost.
It's like
So how,
4 months, $15 an hour. Give me a break, man.
and that's a start because once you're actually in this particular environment, if you put 10 years into it, then you're in $25 an hour. If you learn how to make those screws, which is a special class that we have at Wilbur, Wright, you're talking about $30 an hour because then you're talking about multi-axis machine, which is going to be part of the S.T.E.M event. You're going to see all these magnificent machines doing
So if they
magnificent things.
So if they come to your event,
Yes.
they get to see all types of opportunities.
Generative design, 3D printing, 5-axis machining, robotics, industrial robotics, augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence. I can go on and on. We're also working with Project Sincere. Project Sincere, I don't know if you know Jason Coleman. They're our
Project
primary
Sincere?
facilitator, right? They're located on the south side of Chicago. I'm harassing them to do something on the west side of Chicago because Jason does really great work. Yeah. And once again, they're our primary facilitator.
Fantastic. So give us more information about this. Tell us when and where.
773/college for the City College of Chicago. If you want to find out enrollment opportunities for the fall of 2018, or ccc.edu to go online and find out information. Now, in regards to the S.T.E.M Expo, the largest S.T.E.M Expo within the city of Chicago, SmartForceStudentSummit.com. If you're part of CPS, we're already a district. We're going to go school to school and let them know about this opportunity. It is free. You do have to provide your own bus cost. But I'll say it again, if 20,000 students from outside our district come to this event, we need to go and see what's going on. Why are they going? There's a reason
I'll
why.
tell you this, if there's a number of young people who want to go, come and see me, I'll rent a bus and take you. Right? We'll transport you. We'll get you there. If you
we're
want
trying
to
to
go
get
and see what's
5,000.
going on, come to see Alderman Burnett for Northwestern, okay? Guys, I want to thank you all for coming on the show. Believe it or not, the hour has gone. I want to thank Billy McFarland. Billy McFarland is with. So Billy, so you were Wilbur Wright College, or what's your actual title?
I'm a program coordinator, advanced manufacturing. I also sat as the co-chair of the Advanced Manufacturing Advisory Council. I am with Wilbur Wright, but this initiative is a City College of Chicago initiative.
So you work for city colleges. So you don't have a title with city colleges.
No, Wilbur Wright.
So you have a title with Wilbur Wright, but you work for the whole city colleges.
I work for, this initiative is for the whole city college.
Fantastic. So again, if people want to find out more information about what you're doing and how to get in your program and how to go to Wilbur Wright, do you have a website?
ccc.edu.
Okay.
Or you can get in contact with me personally, bmcfarland2@ccc.edu.
And you really want to help young people to get into this field.
Not only young people, some of their parents need a little help too, so we can help them
So
also.
you want to help everyone to get in this
Everyone
field.
I can.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much, Billy.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on to the show, and we're going to try to continue to promote everything that you do. So, Ms. Shabazz, we
Yes.
want to thank you very much.
Thank you, Alderman Burnett.
For that, with all these exciting things you have going on at Crane High School. Again, if somebody wanted to go to Crane, what do they have to do?
Just give us a call, 773-534-7600. Or you can visit us online, download a transfer application. We are taking transfer students. Our website is newcranemedicalprep.org.
So you have a pipeline.
We have a pipeline.
You got a pipeline into getting a college degree.
That's right.
Before
And-
you even graduate from high school.
Yes.
So how much do 2 years of college cost at
Less than $7,000.
less than $7,000? Okay, 2 years of college, less than $7,000, right? So 2 years of college, so you can save $7,000 just by going to your school,
Yes.
right? And for free.
Yes.
So you got a pipeliner to Malcolm X, a pipeline to UIC,
Pipeline
a
to
pipeline to Rush, a pipeline to getting a job right after you get out of high school.
Yes.
That's crazy. Isn't that, it seems like everybody should be in line.
I
trying to get
should be cutting people off at the
Yeah,
door.
you should be like, Alderman, we need another addition
We
on
need
our
more
building.
space.
We need more space. Let's get rid of this football field and put another school over there, all right? That's great. Well, thank you very much for coming
Thank
on the
you.
show. You're doing a great job over there. We really appreciate everything that you're doing. Keep up the good work. All right, thank you. And Ms. Lyons, so you have all this room. You have free preschool, so they can get in free. Start learning STEM now.
Yes.
Be ready to get those jobs. Pretty soon you're gonna make it where they can get a job after they get out. After they graduate from grammar school, they're gonna be working. We're gonna put them to work early, right?
Right.
That's right. So you have the computers here. I know you got that screen board with is that called a screen board? What they call that?
Where? The Apple TV?
The Apple TV.
Yes.
So all your young people, they get Apple computers too, right? Do they
They
have?
have their own iPad?
They have their own iPad.
Yes.
So they had their own iPad?
Yes, they do.
They had their own iPads.
They do.
They had their own iPads at Brown School on the west side, a public school for free,
Yes.
right? Okay, so they have all their own iPads. You all make robotics and do all those different
Yes.
things. You make young people think critically, right? And also you have a studio in the back, and they can produce music. They can learn how to do commercials. What all do they do in that studio?
Right now, they're learning all of the equipment. So they're learning how to use the teleprompters, how to actually use the video equipment in order to make our announcements in the mornings and our weekly bulletins, as well as any class projects that they're currently working
So
on.
do they learn the soundboard too?
Oh, yeah.
So they know how to do a sound, so they can be producers.
Absolutely.
So they can produce this show.
Yes.
They can literally do this show.
Absolutely.
Wow, I'm not trying to take y'all
Yes.
jobs, man. Don't worry about it. But
I've already asked them to partner with us.
you already asked them
I
to
did.
partner with the students?
I did.
Fantastic. So they can go work for Channel 2, Channel 7, Channel 9, all those places.
Yes,
That's fantastic. And they learning that in grammar school.
absolutely.
That's fantastic. So they can like really, you know, hook up their tweets and their Facebooks and their Snapchats, and you know, they can do it in a whole nother level.
Yes.
That's great. That's fantastic. So I mean, it's just so beautiful to have these opportunities for our young folks. Please, people, take advantage of everything. And so if people want to come to Brown, what would they do?
We have our registration begins July 30th through August the 3rd. We have our back to school bash on Thursday, August the 30th. Our school website, wbrownstem.org, if you want more information, or you can call the school 773-534-7250.
And so you have partners. So we talked about Soul City Church, which is a church that has a lot of young people. They donate money, they buy uniforms for the kids, they do a lot of different things they've been doing for years. God bless them. But you have some other partners. Who are some of your other partners?
Yes, we have close to 15 community partners that pour into our school. We have a partnership with Apple that provides coaching and support to our teachers and students. We have a partnership with the James Jordan Foundation that provides monthly parent workshops with our parents, as well as a Read With Me program for our primary students. We have Future Founders that works with our students on entrepreneurship, our middle school students. We have the Chicago City Lights that provides dance instruction for our students.
Bulls, Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls. We have the WITS, Lawyers in the Classroom.
You have William Blair. Are they still partners?
Not William Blair,
William Blair is not partners? Okay.
but we have close to 15
Is
partners.
Walsh a partner
Yes,
here?
the Walsh Foundation, the construction
Walsh
company,
Construction.
is one of our community partners as well.
So you have a lot of big, wealthy partners
Absolutely.
that help to support your kids to get an education, fill in those gaps where you have challenges at. So I think that's fantastic. So you have a wealth of resources right here
Yes.
for these young folks. And people need to take advantage of it. So people, I'm telling you, bring your kids over here, move to the neighborhood so your kids can come to this
That's
school.
right.
Come move to the near west side, East Garfield Park. It's happening over here, y'all. Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you all.
I appreciate all of you all. Thank you all for coming on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Alderman Walter Burnett. Again, I want to thank everyone who helped us to put the show together. Come on and step with us. Come to our Stay in School picnic. We're going to have a lot of resources there, a lot of information for everyone. School supplies, food, entertainment, just a great time. August 25th at Union Park. God bless you all, and see you next month.